this is Ice and Quinn, and we are playing Warframe on the Nintendo Switch. This is a special episode that we're just going to deal with, well, 3 topics just. That'll be relays, syndicates, and Baro, the dealer who shows up on relays. So they keep from showing too many spoilers. I'm just going to try and get to navigation here for those who haven't progressed as far as I'm at right now. So the first relay you're going to come across is actually going to be on Mars. I'm sorry, Mercury, not Venus. So let's go over here to Mercury. And since there's a dealer there right now, and we'll talk to him in a little bit, the Lorunda relay has a special marker over it. But this will be the first one you get to. The others will look destroyed in some cases, depending where you're at in the mission. So you just, once you have access to the relay, you see there's a little path here. Like everything else on the planet, you get access. Just click on it, and we're going to select a server that's not too busy. This one is actually a server that you go to instead of being peer-to-peer. This game, when I say peer-to-peer, is normally played with your console, the Nintendo Switch, running the game, and anyone else who's joining you sharing processing ability with you being the overall host that handles most of the work, if you're the one who initiates it. So if you played a mission and you saw transferring host or moving the host, migrating host message, then that's because whoever was hosting it either got knocked out or quit, and so it's moving to another person, possibly you or someone else. So I'm here with the hangar. You fly in. I'm using Excalibur, obviously. And when Baro T. Kier, I believe is his name, when he shows up, he's a void dealer that sells special products. You can only get those. He comes once a week. He's here for 2 days, maybe 3. I think it's more like 2.5. I don't know. You can get special items from him. But it does require a special type of currency, which we'll cover. And you can see other players here. These can get a little bit laggy. Now, if you're curious...
The wait is over, Tenno. Baro Kitir has arrived.
It's Baro, not Baro, but Baro Kitir. This relay on console looks different than it does here, but that might change in the future for different reasons. So here is Baro. He's sort of proud of himself, I guess. We'll take a look and see what he has.
I have much to show you.
He normally has an insult for me, but here we've got looks like Encore Wraith armor, blood variant. It's just cosmetic armor that you can have. These are actually mods that you can pick up, and you'll see there's a price there of 300 and 150,000 credits. So there's 2 currencies associated with it. And you can see this one, instead of being like the normal Stormbreaker, which just provides electrical attack, this provides both electrical and status. And that's a pretty high status and pretty high electrical for base. Only upgrade, and that's fully upgraded. It's lower when you buy them yourself. They have one for each classification of weapon. That's shotgun, that's rifle. Obviously, you guys can read this, melee and pistol. Or you can buy a complete weapon. This is a complete weapon here. This is a sniper rifle. It's 450, 300,000 credits. And there's other things you can pick up. Dragon mod pack, some of the stuff you'd normally get out of the store. This is also where you'll get the Anaros blueprint. This is the place that sells it. Now, the question is, and you can get some void relics here too. If you don't know what a void relic is, then you haven't hit that point, so don't worry about it. Although we're still going to be explaining, I guess. You can see I have 0 up there. So the way you get currency.
Next time I'll have something you'll want. I'm sure of it.
You go up to one of these consoles, and you can do this at any time, even when he's not here. And we'll look at, if you've been running missions that have void relics, then you get usually prime blueprints, back or components that you can use to create things. Like this is a Valkyr Prime blueprint that I have. I thought it was for the Neurooptics, but it looks like it's the overall blueprint. So, and this is a Zephyr Prime Neurooptics blueprint. So I would need the other components to make the full Prime suit, and that's what you get from running Void missions. They're random, and you can look at the item that you use, the relic, to show what chance you have of collecting things. And when you play them with other people, you get to choose from yours or their drops. But I'll cover that later. So I could sell these. And you see this one's worth 15. This one's worth 15. This one's worth 15. So you need quite a few Void Relics to get up to 300 or Prime parts. But once you start running the missions, you can get a lot of those. So this is where you would sell that to get your ducats to go over here and spend regular credits and ducats together from him. At the end of the video, I'm saying at the end because we have to return to the ship first, we'll cover how to get the Void Relics and how to use them. But just briefly, because I don't want to spoil it too much, and that's why I'm warning you now, and before I start I will warn you again. Anyway, the video mentions this is we're talking about relays. This is just a communal area where you can find other players. These are live players. Well, not all of them. They'll have the name above them. The others are NPCs. And you can meet with them. In some cases, you can trade with them. At Maru's Bazaar, you can do direct trading with them. Or in the North Wing, as it says when we come in. And here you'll find syndicates. Something you can find on your ship also, but you can go to a syndicate. And they each have a logo. If you look at the front, you probably can't see it because of the lighting. So I get here. Yeah. Well, I have Steel Meridian Syndicate logo on right now. The reason why is you have to have their emblem or sigil to collect points for them. What a syndicate is basically a group that will give you special missions, and when you run those missions, you'll get points. And with those points, you can buy components, mods, weapons, cosmetic items. There's a variety of things you can buy with them. And you can join more than one at a time, though some are at opposition with each other. So the end result is if you increase one, another might decrease. So just make sure they're together. When we get back to the ship, I'll show you. This one here is not one that I belong to. This is a new logo. You can come in. You can join them here. There is a fee. Have no seeds to turn in. There's a fee to join, but you can earn that. Well, you just pay the money for the fee, but the initial fee. After that, you earn credits. Let's see if we can find the Steel Meridian. Maybe we'll run to get there a little bit quicker. And if you're going to join a syndicate, just look at their offerings. That's the items they offer, and see if you want to join them. And then look who they oppose. Also, because you want to make it easier. Like Steel Meridians is mostly neutral. In fact, they will increase your ratings with another syndicate if you want. We can't talk to that guy. I believe the person we talked to is up here. And each one has a theme. I have no insignias right now for them. But I am standing brave, which is just the first level of standing. The syndicate. Let's see if we have. Talk to her. There we go. This is the same thing that you'll find in your ship, and you have to be mastery rank 3 before it will activate. So if I look at offerings.
Anything you need, Tenno.
Look at the text. I'm wearing this sigil right now. The reason why is it gives me additional 5% when I run a mission, or any mission. If you run the syndicate mission, which will come up with the special syndicate emblem on your mission navigation console, you'll get bonus points, and that's where you can find some of the items that you can trade in as well. And all these are 5%. So when you first join, and you join by offering them a certain amount of money and a certain item, they'll tell you what they are. They will give you one of these sigils. And since they all do the same thing, I just picked this one. And then you put it on your Warframe as an aesthetic or a cosmetic effect. And then you'll collect, in this case, bonus 5% points. And then when you collect those points, to go to the next level, you see I need 22,000. And all these items here require Valiant, which is, I believe, the next level. I'm just Brave right now, so these are the only ones unlocked here are those. As we move through here, you'll see that they have components for weapons and another sigil, which gives you plus 8%. More weapons, and down here, squad health bonus, which you can buy directly from the store, or you can get it this way. And every syndicate offers some variation of this, or many of them do. There's obviously a few of health, shield, energy, and ammo that they sell. But these are things gear you can carry with you. And if you watch any of my videos, you see me use them occasionally to restore energy, or in this case, health or shields. Here's a mod. You guys probably want to see it because I keep going for it. It's for the Heck weapon. I don't actually have a Heck right now. That's for dual cleavers, and you see it's 100% melee damage plus 1 justice. Justice is deals with your rating in the syndicate. That's for the miter. Let's see if we can find anything else. That's for the Sobek. I do own a Sobek. Here's some higher ranked sigils. This is just a sculpture. If you have any stars, you can, what was it? Attain stars, you can put those in and energize it. Actually, not this one, but the Attain ones. And these are mods for Warframes. Atlas, obviously, you can read. Ember, more Atlas. Excalibur. So you can probably figure out why I selected this group, is that I know they happen to have some for Excalibur that I like. And since I also have a Frost frame, they have some for Frost that I like. I don't have Mesa, or Neza, or Nidus, or Oberon, or Saren, but I do have Rhino, and they offer some, and these mods will do extra things. Like you see this one, Iron Skin Augment. Recasting Iron Skin will cause it to detonate, dealing 100% of its remaining health as puncture damage. We go up to the Excalibur ones. Let's take a look maybe at the first one. Surging Dash. So when you do a dash, slash dash augment, each enemy hit during slash dash further increases your melee counter by 4. This one here, Radio Blind Augment. Blinded enemies take 300% more finisher damage. And I'll show you one that I use for Frost, and that is Chilling Globe. Snow Globe Augment. Enemies that enter have a 50% chance to become frozen for 8 seconds. So that if they enter as Snow Globe, that increases it. And, well, as you can figure out, there's a lot of them here. And the higher rank you get, the better ones you get, and for the different Warframes. And of course, when you get the highest ranks, you can start getting entire weapons. These are specialty weapons. There's other ways to get these, but this is one method, and that's for Saren. You can even get a picture to decorate your orbiter. And over here you see that the enemy of the parent sequence, they're opposed to New Loka, and they're allied with Red Veil. So if you're planning on joining Red Veil next, that works out pretty well. All this is in your orbiter. If you're going to the front navigation system, it'll be on the left-hand side after you hit Mastery Rank 3. And we have one more thing we're going to take a look here. This place can be a little confusing when you first get into it because there's so many doors, and there's quite a few syndicates. You can join them all. It's just you might have big negatives in some of them. And as you gain negatives, they'll start sending out people to assassinate you. So up here we have two important things, and that is Cephalon over there, and over here is Darvo. You might remember Darvo from earlier mission. We dealt with him.
You got my message?
And you have a mission to talk to him. This is
Listen,
how you do that
I
mission.
have a little job for you. Interested?
What kind of a job? Let's find out. I
The
held off
Grenier
on
have
this.
gone to...
He's a man of his word, save one of his best contractors from the Grenier. And this will be your reward. So we now have this active mission. And we'll eventually do that. Normally he has something on sale. If you don't get here soon enough, though, it can go out of stock. The longer it's here, the greater the discount, but the greater the chance it'll go out of stock. So it might start off at, say, 25% discount. And then after an hour, it might go to, say, 65% and then 55%. But there's only so many to sell. And every day he pretty much offers something new. So it's worth coming to a relay to check up on it. And then lastly on this relay, besides all the places you can look at, I won't give you a full visual tour, you do have this wonderful fellow here. And when you first come in, you talk to him. We'll get past this guy and hit Y.
I can see you are hungry for the knowledge of the sanctuary.
And he'll ask you if you want to help him. And what you want to do is say yes. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. I'm going to cancel out of this right now. And he'll give you a target. And he'll give you, the first time, a free scanner. Similar to the scanner you had before. But it's a Cephalon Similaris. And he wants to follow you around in here. And you can use it along with a capture device to scan specific targets, and he'll show you what target you want to hunt them down and scan them. And then you can trade like a syndicate. You can come here.
This is how I can help you. Help the sanctuary.
Okay. And you can trade them in for different items that they have here, all the way down to a Helios scanner, or a fairly popular one in the similar blueprint, Helicore, and a variety of other things, including sigils that...
Knowledge must be earned.
well, these are
Colonel.
not sigils, they're sigils up here. There's a sigil up here. And they've got a few specialized mods that are used for a variety of things. This looter destroys loot crates within... that's for your sentinel. So you'll see that there's a number of things that you can get from here as well. The important ones, though, I'm just trying not to go through them all, not to spoil it for you guys, is 5,000 credits to get the synthesis scanner, which is different from your normal scanner, and 5,000 to get the kinetic siphon trap. You need that to trap your targets. So buy a couple of those and have them on you. So if you come across your target, you'll be able to trap them. You use the trap first, it holds them in place, and then you scan key points on their body. And we'll do some missions with that. So right now,
Do not
looking
disappoint
for
me, Hunter.
the infested critter. Actually, we're not looking for this one at all. We're looking for a different one. Let's see if we can get a picture of him. It's an infested creature. I don't remember the
Show
name actually.
me your dedication.
Remind me
to
of my
the
target. So you
sanctuary.
can always come here. You
Synthesis
do have to
will
come
be
here
the
to deal
light
with
that illuminates
boilers.
this creature. With your help, of course.
So my rewards will be 10,000 points for the Cephalon here, and 800 endo, which is actually a pretty good deal, if I scan this guy 4 times. So obviously I only find him on infested missions, and when you find him, you want to use your siphon trap to hold him in place and then scan. The little red points on his body will light up. You'll scan him, and about 4 scans per person, or per target, and then 4 targets, and then you'll get your rewards. You'll come back here and collect them, and he'll give you another target. And for those interested, let me do? I will continue my hunt.
I knew we had a shared passion, Hunter.
You can also
I will
see
share what I know,
a ranking
but
here
you
for
must
people
prove
who,
yourself deserving.
if he ever hushes, a ranking here of people and how high they're. He won't get all the way. Who's the top tons, basically, and you can go further in there and look at that in case you want that challenge. And lastly, inside the same place, this is a place where you can take your mastery challenges. You can actually go through here, and after a certain rank, they'll start letting you basically do a test run. So you can go through here, and if you're not qualified, it'll tell you it requires. So you just go to the rank. I'm 5 right now, so I could go into 6, and that's 7. So here 5. So I could. It's not telling me, but since I've already taken my test today, I could go in and test number 6. If you were doing it, in most cases, they'll ask if you want to do a test or if you want to take the actual challenge. I've noticed some of them just throw you in the challenge, so just be prepared if you're going in. And they have all 30 of them in here. You can walk through and take whichever one you want. In most cases, you can test before you take it. And lastly, if you buy a key, you can go into Simulator where you can call up enemies that you have scanned and use them to combat and test loadouts and various things. So there's a lot that's going on in this place. This is more of a walkthrough than anything. Let's go ahead and go back to the ship quickly. That's where I'll show you. If you haven't opened it yet, you might want to stop watching this, dealing with the relics. You have to be mastery rank 3, and you need to go, I believe it's in the Mars relay, the Mars junction, to unlock it. It might be the Venus one. It's pretty early in the game. So over here is the Syndicate Council. You can select which ones you want to join, and you can look at all of them before you join. And then if we go back here, this is dealing with relics. Once you get the segment that you can plug in here, you'll plug in your relic segment, and then here's some of the relics that I have. So this is a B5 Lith relic, and over here it shows you what you can get when you run a mission. At the end of the mission, you have a chance of getting one of these items, and these markers over here, a little white or whatever color those are, show you the likelihood. So obviously Oberon chassis is very likely. Banshee Prime Neuroptics, very likely. And then as you go down, you see that there's less bar, so less likely. Now you can change that by using these. I think these are void traces is what they are, I believe. Let's take a look at it. So yeah, I don't think that's under. I think that's a void trace. I can't really see the sigil there, so, or emblem. So you can improve your chances. So if I were to look at this one and it had something that I wanted that was a low chance, okay, here we go. Low chance for the Zephyr Prime Systems blueprint. So I'm going to make this exceptional. And that's not going to increase it much because that was the least likely one, but increase it a little bit. And now I can take that component, and I think I've done it once before, and do a mission. And those missions are marked on your navigation console up here. Right here if we go, and I'm trying not to show too many other missions, so we're going to scan through this here. This is a Syndicate one, so since I'm doing work for Cephalon, he's listing what I need to do. And I'm a member of 2 syndicates right now, so I have missions from both of them, and they'll tell you what the mission are and how much they're going to pay you. Then we go over here. This sort of fiery emblem is the emblem of the mission type that you can run and the type of relic. So for the Lith Fisher, we were just looking at Lith. You can use any one of the Lith relics and do this mission, and at the end of the mission, particularly if you're doing it with other people, you get to choose from yours or anyone else's. so some of these are locked, some of these aren't. And how you get relics is either alerts or the void. So you would follow the path all the way from Ceres to the void. And I think I've only done one mission. And you see there's special void missions on Orc and ships that you can do. I was trying to get it not to bounce in so high, but I guess I'm not sure who calibrated their controller, but it looks like you got all the way or no none. So you can do an exterminate at level 10 to 15. These are higher level on this side, and these are, well, it sort of goes counterclockwise. Lowest level around to this side, although that's not how you get to them. You get to them from different locations, up to the highest level ones, which I think are 40 to 60 over here, maybe even higher. I'm not sure. They're pretty high, but you can solo. I've soloed these. You just want to make sure you have a high enough rank Warframe, and that means you might want to rank them up a couple times if you're going solo them. So you can go through here and get those, and each one is going to give you a different type. The other place you can get them is over here from the derelict ships, but you have to buy the blueprint for a key, and then you can run the mission. Once you have the blueprint, you can unlock these missions, and you can just buy that blueprint from the store. So that's it. This is not an action-packed video. Just ignore all those mission things. See if I can get that out of the way. Not action-packed, but some essential information that may help new players if you have questions. There's a lot there to cover, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments or contact me on Twitter, and I gotta make sure I have those things up. I guess my logo. So you can contact me on Twitter now and ask, or just leave a comment down below. And that's about it, without trying to drag it out anymore. As a quick summary of those three major topics in the game, and yes, there is still more depth beyond that. You might notice on my Warframe that there's a pink or purple thing growing on his neck. It looks like a light bulb, but it's not. We'll cover that in another video. I will just tell you that it has something that will run down there with this room that you have on your ship. And there are missions for these as well. You'll eventually be able to go in all those. And this thing you'll probably get early, and when it's full grown, you'll be able to go in or do something else. We'll do a video on that later. So thanks again for watching. Have any questions, you know how to contact me, and make sure you have a good day, and I hope to catch you all virtually later.